On December 1, 1955, in Montgomery, Alabama, Rosa Parks, a black woman, boarded a bus. This simple act of getting on a bus would change history. Rosa Parks was a seamstress and a member of the NAACP. She was known for her quiet strength and commitment to equality. Little did she know that her actions that day would spark a movement. In 1955, the American South was ruled by Jim Crow laws. These laws were a set of oppressive regulations that enforced racial segregation and discrimination against black people. These laws were designed to keep black people separate and unequal. They were a constant reminder of the systemic racism that permeated every aspect of society. Jim Crow laws affected every part of life, from schools and hospitals to parks and restaurants. Black children were forced to attend separate, underfunded schools, and black families had to use different, often inferior public facilities. On buses, black people had to sit in the back. Public transportation was a daily reminder of their second-class status. If a white person wanted their seat, a black person had to give it up. This rule was not just about seating, it was about reinforcing a social hierarchy that dehumanized black individuals. This system was unfair and humiliating. It sparked a wave of protests and became a catalyst for the civil rights movement, as black Americans and their allies fought tirelessly for justice and equality. On that fateful day, the bus driver ordered Rosa Parks to give up her seat to a white passenger. This was a common occurrence in the segregated South, where laws mandated that black passengers had to give up their seats if the bus was full. Rosa Parks refused to move. Her quiet but firm defiance was not just an act of personal resistance, but a statement against the systemic oppression faced by African Americans. She was tired of the injustice. The daily humiliations and the constant reminder of being treated as a second-class citizen had taken their toll. She was arrested for violating a segregation law. Her arrest was not just a personal consequence, but a catalyst for a larger movement. Parks's arrest sparked outrage in the black community. It led to the Montgomery Bus Boycott, a pivotal event in the civil rights movement that lasted for over a year. It was a symbol of the daily indignities they faced. The boycott was a powerful demonstration of unity and resistance against racial segregation. Her act of defiance became a rallying cry for change. Rosa Parks's courage inspired countless others to stand up against injustice and fight for equality. Inspired by Rosa Parks, who bravely refused to give up her seat to a white passenger on a segregated bus in Montgomery, Alabama, in December 1955, black leaders in Montgomery, including E.D. Nixon and Joanne Robinson, quickly organized a bus boycott. They saw this as an opportunity to challenge the systemic racism and segregation that permeated the South. The Montgomery Improvement Association, led by a young pastor named Martin Luther King Jr., was formed to lead the boycott. King emerged as a prominent leader, advocating for nonviolent resistance and civil disobedience. Black people in Montgomery refused to ride the buses until they were treated equally. They organized carpools, walked long distances, and found other means of transportation to sustain the boycott. The boycott lasted for over a year, from December 5, 1955 to December 20, 1956. It was a long and arduous struggle, but the community remained steadfast in their commitment to justice. It caused significant economic hardship for the bus company and the city. The loss of revenue from African American passengers, who made up the majority of the bus ridership, put immense pressure on the system. The boycott demonstrated the power of nonviolent protest and the strength of a united community. It was a pivotal moment in the civil rights movement, showing that peaceful resistance could lead to meaningful change. It also brought national attention to the struggle for civil rights in the South, highlighting the injustices faced by African Americans and inspiring further actions and movements across the country.